doing? What's happening? Good evening. Good to see you. Have out there. The video gonna be about Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson, and I got a chance to kind of surmise it. I mean, I'm not really getting all off in it because this is Joe Biden's backhanded way of saying, "Look, black folks, this is your reparations." The first African American Supreme Court justice, and he got three people. He was Thurgood Marshall, unfortunately Clarence Thompson, now Ketanji. But anyway, I was watching the Republicans. I was watching old Ted sellout punk butt Cruz and that other hack Republican cat and the questions. And Ted Cruz talking about critical race theory. And Ketanji Brown Jackson is a very qualified, educated black woman. Now, regardless of how I feel the Supreme Court's going to care about black folks, that's another story. But on credentials, in education, and enlightenment, she know her stuff. But see, when you're black, you're not dealing with that. They gonna ask her about, well, what you gonna do about these black books being taught in schools and how you feel about that. And she told Ted Cruz's whack behind. She says, in my profession, I don't deal with critical theory because I go with facts and law. But see, they minimize you when you're black. They gonna always subject you to the lowest or most basic common denominator. There are black educated folks structurally enlightened upper tier class level, and I'm not saying they bougie or they looking down here, but my point is this: they carry themselves in such a dignity in such a way, and their education and what they do, they don't get caught up in trappings. Okay, but see, the white hateful agenda systematic institutionalized is going to bring you to everything. I saw that cat talking about, well, you're soft on the porn sentences, you're soft on this. She was just going by what the guidelines and what she was saying. But they're trying to throw her off her curve. Mm-hmm. And the bottom line is that no matter who they put in them robes up there, it's still a white base, white privilege system. It's not like you can fill it up with black folks in the Supreme Court and all of a sudden they're going to come up with 40 acres of music and reparations. That's not going to happen. And you're not going to get equality in the school system. You're not going to get equality in any of the systems. It's not geared for that. But all those questions that they asked her, I'm like, you have to hold your tongue. So she's a black woman and she's in a sad trivia. To show you how racist this country is, she's the first African American woman. How long have black folks been in America? How long has there been a Supreme Court? How long has there been rules and regulations? And also, black mothers took care on the plantation and beyond a lot of these white kids. A lot of it cracks me up with the double standards. Because if you, Brett Kavanaugh didn't get asked stuff like, well, you know, this and that. They didn't ask him about anything about being a white boy with privilege. But this is what happens. But she's holding her own. She's cool. But there is some weak sauce. Some of the questions are so loaded. And from some of them turkeys, that Kennedy dude and Ted Cruz and that other turkey, I'm like, these some old hateful white boys. Well, Ted Cruz is a hateful Mexican descent cat. He's a sellout. So, but he tried to act white on TV. But anyway, it's just dumb questions. Bottom line is, she qualified or not? But you see, when you're black, you don't just get that luxury of just being qualified. They want you to know about, they're going to ask you about Mookie, Pookie, and Ray Ray. And they're going to ask you about how would you handle the movie Precious. They're going to ask you anything to trivialize and downplay what you are and what you have. Front and center for the world to see. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. And regardless of what happens with Supreme Court Jackson, watching these hearings got me knowing how racist these turkeys are. And even if you don't dignify or acknowledge it, they let you know what they think about you. And I'm listening to the questions. I'm out.